academic freedom.
Okay.
So they're houses that I recognise, but they're not in the places that they really are.
Would you stand a bit closer, then you can actually point out stuff? What's in there?
So this path coming down here is coming from the northern part of Pilgrim's Rest, and it's in a narrow, long valley, and this carries on, joins up with the river that goes to Leidenburg. Now the buildings that I recognise are, this was the Dutch Reformed Church, and this was the school that I went to until I was 10 years old. And I think that these are the outdoor latrines, because there's no indoor water system. Then this path was carrying on out of Pilgrim's Rest already. And the different homes, this was the home of the general manager of the mine. Pilgrim's Rest was this gold mining village. And that green part going up and forming another hill is actually a grass-covered gold mine dump. This part here. You see you see that if it would continue, it would go up.
Mm.
And these are all residences. This, I think, was the magistrate's house. And I'm not quite sure what this is. And these are different people's homes. The miners and the engineers. And this here was the kind of social centre of Pilgrim's Rest. They called it the recreation hall. They showed films there, they had dances there, they played bowls. And this river, these cows here belong to the Africans that are living down near the river. And I don't know when he painted this. I think it was in the 1970s.
But it fits with the Pilgrim's Rest of your youth.
Sorry?
It fits with the Pilgrim's Rest of your youth.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, in Australia we recognised it. Because it's become a national historical monument, you're not allowed to change any of the houses. They took quite a lot of houses down because they were in bad condition. You can't buy a house there. My brother tried to buy back our house. Now our house isn't on this part. As I said, it's a long village, a long valley, and this is they called this Tin Town because nobody was allowed to own land. It belonged to the Transvaal Gold Mining Estate. And so nobody was allowed to put up a permanent building. So all the houses are, the outsides, you see these roofs, are corrugated iron. And the part that you don't see is the northern part where our village, our house was. And then as you see, there's this narrow valley, and then there are these mountains binding the village into an organized. So people have often said to me, you came to Kibbutz Tzorah because it reminds you of Pilgrim's Rest. So we as kids, my dad used to take us climbing up these hills. We climbed every one of these hills probably was on a Sunday morning. And this is the wrong place for it, but it's the magistrate's house. You see here there's the little pickaninnies looking after the cows. So when we were there now with the children, we saw these three houses are still there, but they're now public houses. One of them is the showers and wash places. And this river is still flowing, and we had our picnic over here.
There's a lot of detail in it, in this painting.
Yeah. Anyway,
Right.
and this was my mother's clock here, and nobody wanted it, so I put it up here. She brought it from London.
Okay. I'll just get some. Would you mind just pointing to a few things again in the picture?
What do you want me to point to?
That social hall. You don't have to say anything, just point it, because I didn't get where it is.
This one over here.
Sorry, where? Can you just once more? That one.
You can't see I think you can actually even see the bowling green next to it.
Where? Just show me one more time, because
So that is the recreation hall.
Okay. Great.
It was a very organised village because it actually had been leased for 100 years by this very wealthy gold mining estate from London. And so they brought in the norms, you know, a bowling green and a recreation hall, and we had a swimming pool. But they dammed up this river here.
Hmm.
Now when we went back now, I tried to look for this one friend who we were in the same class at school, and I knew that she was living in Hoskop, which is 10 miles from Pilgrim's Rest. And anyway, with the help of the woman whose home we were staying in, we traced her, and I found her, and we hadn't seen each other for many years, and we started remembering all the people who were in our class with us, and teachers.
So this must have been done, I wonder if it was someone from Pilgrim's Rest, or
Who was staying there, because apparently artists were attracted to coming and staying there and painting there, and ornamental gifts, open shops.
Okay. Great. Thanks. That's good. All right.
And cherish.
Oh, really? Is that the Berkov?
That's dreads and...
It isn't, because Gertie said she knows someone either on the kibbutz who's a cousin of Berkovitz, or my dad's wife, Gertie, said she knows someone who's... Are there Berkovitzes on the kibbutz? Or?
The Berkovitz on this kibbutz.
Yeah, then those are her cousins
she
of
knows
Gertie's.
them,
Yeah.
because she was from Mayfair and they were from Mayfair.
Yeah, okay.
In Johannesburg.
That's the connection.
Oh, well, we can pick up the phone and you can give them a call.
Yeah, well. Tough.
All the houses that were put up there were actually put up by this gold mining estate as accommodation for all their staff. I mean, they had engineers and they had electrical engineers.
Right.
Also.
Right.
And so when my brother and this cousin, when they did their back work, when they were at university, they came to do it in the mines and Pilgrim's Rest. My mother's one fear was that
Was your brother an engineer? Was he?
he was a qualified electrical engineer, yeah.
But did he work in that, or did
But
he?
he said it was a mistake, he shouldn't have done it, he should have done something like economics.
And what did he end up doing?
He ended up in London, first running this Overseas Visitors Club, which was fulfilling a need of young people having reliable accommodation, and in Earl's Court in London. They were in partnership. And then he afterwards he went into business with a relative of ours who exported meat from Bechuanaland. This is my brother loved London, but he didn't, and he did London. He enjoyed all the things of it, but he didn't really